What is up everybody, Dan here, and today I'm going to be going through my predictions for Sony's E3 2017 press conference. Now, of course, E3 is just around the corner, and Sony's conference will air in the UK on Tuesday the 13th of June at 2 AM in the morning. Now, unfortunately, I will not be watching the conference live because it's just way too early for me because I'll have college this same day. So I'll have to give this one a pass like most Sony conferences. I think I've only ever seen one like live, and that was the 2013 one because I didn't have any school the same day. So yeah, I'm gonna have to skip this one again live, unfortunately. But I will, of course, be looking at all the news afterwards, and I will be sure to cover it on this channel if there are any like big unexpected announcements for the conference. But today I'm just going to be doing some predictions on the conference, of course, because it's only literally a week and a half away. So I thought, why not make a prediction video, discussing what I think will be shown at the conference, whether it be surprises or not. So yeah, let's just get straight into it. So the first game I'm going to mention is The Last of Us Part 2. I do think we will see this game at E3. I've heard some people say that they don't think we will see it, only because it's apparently, in early development, but I think what we will get, rather than a gameplay demo, which is what a lot of people have been trying to say, is I think we will actually see a trailer for the game. I think we'll get a story trailer that's going to reveal a bit more about the story, kind of similar to what happened with Uncharted 4, back at E3 2014, where we didn't get a gameplay demo, but we just got a story trailer. It didn't reveal too much, but it did give us a bit more in context about the story and where it was going in that game. So I think that The Last of Us Part 2 will do something different. Just give us a trailer of more of the story. Maybe, tell us a reason as to why Ellie, wants to kill all these people. Are they the Fireflies? Are they another group? What did they do to her? All this kind of stuff. I think we will get this answered in the trailer that we will see at E3. I think they'll probably leave it until the end of the showing because they love to save their Naughty Dog games till last. So, yeah, I think we'll probably see that at the end of the conference. Next I have up on here is Uncharted: The Lost Legacy. I do think we will see this at E3, even though personally I wouldn't want it to appear at E3. I just have that feeling inside of me that suggests that we probably will see it. But I think that what the Sony is probably going to do is they're going to show off a gameplay demo of The Lost Legacy, but I think it's going to be an action set piece demo that they're going to show off, because obviously with this being a standalone game, they're obviously going to want to increase sales. And how do you do that? Well, you show off the set pieces in the game, because that's what Uncharted has always done well. So I think that's probably what we're going to see at E3. I'm not saying I would love to see a gameplay demo, revealing a set piece, because I would rather have more surprises going into the game in August, but oh well, at least it'll get more people excited for the game, and maybe Naughty Dog, will deliver out more, standalone Uncharted games in the future, if that's a possibility at all, so you never know. But yeah, I do think we will see it at E3, just with a gameplay demo that shows off a big set piece in the game. Now for God of War, I do think this will be making an appearance. I think we'll be getting gameplay for the game, but I also think we will be getting a story trailer as well. Because, of course, according to the rumours, the game was originally going to come out later this year, but now everybody is suggesting that the game has been delayed until 2018, which doesn't really surprise me. I mean, when you look at the size and scope of this game, you can definitely understand why the delay happened to it. I think the story will reveal a bit more about the relationship between Kratos and this young boy, who of course we saw at the E3 demo. Still have no clue whether that's his son or not. I haven't really been doing a great job of reading up on, gaming news since E3 last year, so I don't know if he's his son or not, but hopefully the trailer that we hopefully get at the conference will give us a bit more into that, and we can see that relationship explored a bit more, while also, of course, showing off what God of War does best in the gameplay demo, which is, of course, with the gory as hell gameplay. Now for Spider-Man PS4, I think for this we'll be getting a gameplay demo for this. I mean, last year we did see like a quick, sizzle reel of bits of gameplay, but I think this time we're going to get, a full-blown demo. I think it's going to show off the size and the scope of the open world. It's going to show off a few more of the, abilities that Spider-Man has. And it's just going to be cool to see. I mean, I love Spider-Man as a character. Everybody will know on the channel I'm a bit of a comic book geek, not just for DC, but for Marvel as well. And Spider-Man has been one of my favourite, superheroes for quite a long time. So I am very excited to see more of this game. Next we have Detroit Become Human. Now, this is a game, of course, being made by Quantic Dream. It's actually one of the games I'm most hyped, for in coming years, because of course I love Quantic Dream as a studio. I think they're probably one of the best studios out there. They create very story-driven games, and Detroit looks to be no different. And this year's E3, I think we're going to be seeing another gameplay trailer similar to what we got last year, but I think centered around a different character rather than Connor. I think maybe we could see more of Kara potentially, or maybe even another character, because we do know that there will be multiple characters in this game that you will play as. So maybe they could introduce one of them. And I think also we will see a release date announced for the game. And if I had to go ahead and predict a release date, I would probably say February or March 2018. I think this is definitely at the minimum an early 2018 release, because I mean, the game has been in development now for at least, I think, 5 years, because you'll think about it now. Beyond Two Souls came out in 2013, and they'd been started working on this since before then, because this was based off a tech demo from 2012. So, in reality, they've actually conceived this idea for almost 6 years. So, yeah, I definitely would expect a 2018 release for this game. I think in early 2018, you know, being one of the early games that Sony will get out for this year, because, you know, they'll want to, you know, hit 2018 with a bang and just release exclusive after exclusive throughout the whole year. And I think Detroit is going to be one of those games that are going to release early, you know, when hopefully there will not be a lot of games, so that it will get good sales in return for it. Now we have Days Gone. This has been quite a divisive game to a lot of gamers. People either like the look of this game, or they really don't like the look of this game. For me personally, it didn't look too impressive, but I am willing to give this game a chance. And at E3 this year, I think we're going to be seeing another, you know, gameplay demo. I think, you know, that will show off improvements that the developers Sony Bent have made to the game since the criticism of, you know, the demo at E3 2016. Because I remember a lot of people, including myself, just felt that that gameplay demo they showed off, it just felt a bit unfinished. I mean, pop-in textures, the zombie AI just didn't look correct, and there was a lot of frame rate dips as well. I mean, I don't know if I'm not entirely sure if that was because of the streaming of the game, or whether it was just the actual game itself, but overall it just didn't look very finished or anywhere near completion. So I think we will see another gameplay demo just showing off the improvements that they have made to the game since then. I don't think there's any need to do another story trailer, because I feel like the story trailer we already got last year was good enough. But I wouldn't mind if we saw another one, but if I had to put my money on either of the two, I would probably go with a gameplay demo, just to show that, you know, Sony Bent have listened to our complaints that we had last time. And I also think that the game will get a release date as well of early 2018. I really wouldn't be surprised if it even comes out, you know, at the end of this year, which is what, you know, some people are suggesting it could do. But I would probably say early 2018, just because I think they know that this game isn't going to sell as well as their, you know, other bigger exclusives. So they'll want to release it, you know, with a few others in a time period where hopefully there won't be too many other competitors that may, you know, hurt its sales. Now we have Death Stranding, which is kind of a risky one, because it's another 50-50 one. I'm not sure whether they will have this game at E3 this year, but for me personally, I do think they will, but I don't think we will see gameplay. I think it will be another cinematic trailer, and the reason for this is because you know, the game only just actually started proper development this year, you know. So I don't really think we will see gameplay unless they've been able to conjure up something within 6 months of development, you know, for a gameplay demo. I would be surprised, and I'd much rather like have more intrigue about what the game is going to be, you know, by, you know, Kojima not showing as much. So I'm very interested, you know, to hear about Death Stranding, and I definitely think we will see another trailer, another cryptic trailer that could show off another, you know, big, you know, celebrity who's going to end up being in the game. You know, potentially Emma Stone's character that's been rumoured for quite a while. We could see her. That's what I'm predicting, at least. But you never know. But I do think it will show up with the teaser trailer, but not with actual gameplay just yet. I think that's probably going to be more down the road of, you know, PSX this year or E3 next year, when we can expect gameplay. Now, here's a few other things that I just want to quickly point out there. They're not like massive games that I'm massively excited for, so I'm just going to do them all together. So these are just going to be some quick, you know, wrap-up predictions for E3, you know, for the Sony conference. So I think COD, Battlefront, and 2 and Destiny 2 will all show up. I mean, it's kind of obvious because we already saw the PlayStation logo for those games in like their announcement, you know, like game reveals or whatever. You know, we saw the PlayStation logo, so that pretty much just confirms that Sony has got a deal with them which means that, yeah, we most likely will see them for showing off their games at Sony's press conference, most likely with PS4 exclusivity deals, such as the fact with, Call of Duty World War II, the DLC will come one month early to PlayStation. Not sure what the other deals are for Destiny 2 and Battlefront 2, but we'll have to wait and see. And then, to wrap it all up, I don't think we will see Dreams. I really do think that game is dead. We've heard nothing of the game for about 4 years. I really just do want Sony Santa Monica to just come out and admit that the game is dead, because with how little we've heard of the game since its announcement, I just don't have that higher hopes for the game. And the game didn't really impress me, to be honest, when we first saw it. It didn't look anything like special or anything that was like, damn, I want to play this immediately. So, yeah, I do think that game is panned, and I don't think we'll see it at the conference. I do think we'll see a bit of the Crash Remaster trilogy, but I think I'd put my money on, seeing it in a sizzle reel, just a quick bit of gameplay, because I think we've already seen enough of that game. We already got a trailer last year, and we've already seen, some, how do you say it, we've already seen gameplay of it. I've seen more than enough of that game. If they just show sizzle reel for it, then I'd be fine with that, just in the sizzle reel thing where they have all the games and all the, releases for PS4. I think that's probably where we'll most likely see it. The Final Fantasy VII Remake, I don't think will be shown. I think that game is far off completion. I mean, we didn't even see it or hear anything of it last year, I don't think. So, I don't really think we'll see anything of it this year. I think it will skip the conference. In fact, I am actually kind of worried that that game isn't actually going to come out. Which would disappoint me, because, Final Fantasy VII is one of the most critically acclaimed games of all time. And I would like to see the remake of it. But I don't know. I don't think we will see it. I think we might see it at PSX, but if we don't see it by then I really do think that this remake is most likely dead in the water. And then, last but not least, for a bold prediction that I'm going to make, I think that the new Batman game by Warner Brothers Games is going to be announced at the Sony press conference. Because, of course, Warner Brothers Games, they've had quite close deals with Sony in the past with the Batman games, such as, the Arkham series. They showed off Batman Arkham Origins and Batman Arkham Knight off at the PlayStation conferences. So it clearly shows that Warner Brothers does have some kind of a deal with Sony. So I do think we will see another game by them. I don't necessarily think it will be an Arkham game. I mean, there have been reports before, and, the fake rumors that the next Batman game by Warner Brothers would be a sequel to Batman Arkham Origins. Of course, that turned out to be a pile of bullshit, because, even just reading the article, you knew it was fake. But, yeah, I do think we will see a new Batman game announced by Warner Brothers, just not the Batman Arkham game, for me personally. So that is it for my Sony E3 2017 predictions video. Of course, let me know in the comment section below what you want to see from Sony's E3 2017 press conference. And with that being said, I'd like to thank you all very much for watching the video, and I hope to see you again next time.